Jay, here we go. Alright, at the top left position as the red Protoss will be dsaqwe, and at the bottom left as the yellow Zerg will be DragOn.
I really don't. I miss that people, we don't see Dark Archons in PvZ because I've used them many times and I've never felt that they were bad. Not at any point I thought, oh, this is a bad unit, I don't want to use it.
No, they're definitely good. You know what? Actually, I think all your points about the Arbiters are really good about having making one or two for those purposes. And I realized what the biggest problem is, and it's the exact same problem that Dark Archons have, which is that the investment you need to just get one is a lot, because to get one Arbiter you need to spend the extra money to get the Arbiter Tribunal and both upgrades, Recall and Stasis, and you need the gas to build the Arbiter itself. And if you're doing that just for one or two spells, that's like, you would have to get such a big return on that investment. Whereas your High Templar, okay, the thing is, if you compare the cost of a High Templar to an Arbiter, it's 2 High Templar to 1 Arbiter, right? But you've already got the Templar tech done. Like, you're going for that tech anyway. Whereas the Dark Archon tech and the Arbiter tech are things you have to get in addition to building the Arbiter itself, which means it's an extra gas investment that's really expensive, and means if you don't do a ton of damage with it, it's just not worth it.
I think that the main reason that maybe people don't use it that often is because usually at least in foreigner games, we haven't seen that many games go to extreme late games. So you're not as used to consider from the start of the game, okay, I want to end up in this situation when I have this army. So that's my goal in the late game. How do I get there? Where we see more kind of this kind of heavy attacks.
Whoa.
We see 2 base attacks. Yeah.
Blind 11 next here. This is actually okay, I think, if he's going overpull. As long as you don't get 9 pull, I'm pretty sure this is fine. This is kind of risky though.
Even 9 pull, you actually can pull it off.
Really?
I've tested it. I've tested it on Destination, which I think is like one of the closest maps. And if you pull it exactly right, you actually get in, I don't know, it's like when the Zerglings are right in range of the cannon finishes it on shooting. So it's
that's amazing. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, apparently it's even against 9 pull. That's awesome.
I know because I had to test that for one tournament that I was playing, so I did extensive research.
Nice, dude. That's perfect, man. You're like Bakryu's disciple. You're testing out these specific timings just for these tournaments. That's good, man. That's good. Anyway, we're gonna have the third hatchery here at the bottom right natural. So DragOn continuing to play his style here, which is pretty good.
2K, nice. I like that.
Huh?
Yes. I love this build.
Wait, isn't there another Protoss that does this a lot? Wait, doesn't Lancer X... Oh, Gemfire, yeah, that's the one. I was like, one of the Russian Protosses does this. I couldn't remember who.
I've seen him do this a lot.
Oh my god.
I've actually practiced this myself because I've seen how good it messes up with the Zerg's mindset so badly that at some point they don't know whether they should be making drones or Zerglings. Because they can't see if you're making any more Zealots, so it's like a gamble for them. The only player that I've seen deal with this 100% correctly was Zaraki, and what he did was when he saw the second gateway, he basically completely skipped any Zerglings, placed a 4th, and just sunk it up. And won the game like in the next 5 minutes without any difficulty. So
nice. Alright, so you've just told the Zergs what the solution to this build is. So any Zerg players that see this now, you guys can do the Zaraki special.
To be fair though, Zaraki did lose that series because in another game he tried to overpower that with Zerglings.
Oh, you just did this. You just did the same build, or the other Protosses did the same build again. They just won anyway.
It was Team 5. He was doing the same build.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see how this works out for dsaqwe. Of course, he definitely wants to take this game. I mean, obviously he wants to take every game, but if he loses this one, he'll be down 0-3, which means he'll have to do the full reverse sweep to actually win the series, which would be a pretty tall order. So, gotta put his mark here in the series.
Oh, so you know what? DragOn is doing what most Zergs do against this, which is basically make Zerglings and expect that they can actually overpower this. But the thing that dsaqwe is doing differently is that usually you send your next Zealots to the natural.
Alright. That was unexpected, but there you go. Well, looks like
Man.
one zealot getting caught at the natural here. The first 3 have gone to the third.
This already failed because you have to not send the extra zealots until the Zerglings actually start to defend the hatchery, and then your zealots get in and start killing drones. By losing that extra zealot, this basically ends this kind of attack.
Yep, looks like it to me. Everything, all the zealots are dead. So he didn't actually kill any drones, but by forcing all of these Zerglings does mean that your opponent wasn't making drones at the same time, right? So in a way, it's it's sort of like indirect economic damage by forcing lings instead of drones. But at the same time, his tech is actually quite slow compared to normal because obviously he went for the second gate first before taking his gas. So we'll have to see if that makes a...
You know what? The problem is when the Gen 5 does this build, he goes after this attack, he blindly goes double star because he knows that a mute switch could come and just kill you instantly. Now, there's not going to be that because maybe actually, yeah, he could make still something like 6 mutas. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be mutas. So you have to go for the... Oh, okay, there is double Stargate.
Just as you said that, man, you were spot on with the predictions. And I also just remembered, I think Draw does this build a lot as well, actually.
Draw does it differently. He goes with one gateway forward, and he starts putting pressure with the first zealots, actually. Okay,
but he gets 2 gateways, right? And then double Stargate?
I know he does the double Stargate, but I'm sure he goes first for like 1 gateway, even without the forge, and he just starts sending zealots.
I see. Wow, huge zealot on Zergling engagement in the middle of the map, and actually, even though the Zergling's got a decent surround, the zealots just kill everything here, even without the +1 upgrade. So the mutas are now out, and the zealots are all in the red, so these zealots are not going to be able to do too much more. They might try and suicide for a few drone kills and buy some time. Oh, there's no way, right? No, there's no way they're going to get the hatchery.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so Zealot's dying, but again, they just needed to buy some time here for the anti-air to get up in the Protoss space. 3 Corsairs out. He needs to start building a couple more here. He's got the money. He's not doing it for some reason. Okay, there we go. 4th and 5th. They're actually not going to finish in time for the first mutas, though.
But there's no +1 for the Corsairs. And if you go for this kind of style and you don't get the +1, that usually means you need to be starting adding gateways right away, because otherwise you don't have any way to do damage with the Corsairs once there's mutas and scourges, and at the same time you don't have any way to do damage on the ground. So it's one or the other, but...
Well, DragOn now going into the natural, getting a good number of pro kills, but having to back away now. He's got to be careful that there's some Scourge here! And 1 Corsair falls. 2 more Corsairs joining the fray there. It's now 4 Corsairs. It's too much for the mutas to handle. But he could potentially lose another one. No, he's going to pay attention this time.
Nice control from DragOn, actually. Keeping the mutas alive, also getting back with the Scourges as soon as they, the courses go back. So, pretty good so far. And actually getting the 4th already? Whoa.
Yeah, I really love this by DragOn. He knows he's got the pressure. He knows he's got the initiative. He can take the 4th base. I mean, he's defended behind his SimCity anyway. And with his 2 Stargate build, it's not like the Protoss is going to have any kind of big ground army to attack him with. I mean, yes, he's spamming a bunch of Zealots, but, like we saw in the previous game, as long as you have a good SimCity, it doesn't really matter if he's got a bunch of Zealots.
The thing is about... Oh, man. This is really bad for dsaqwe because he didn't actually know maybe too well how to continue after the first Zealot attack. He went for the double Stargate, but usually you have to commit to either Stargates and have a lot of units, Corsairs, to do some pressure, so that the Zerg, even if he goes for this 4 base, he's constantly supply blocked. Or, if you're going to go without the +1, then you cut the Corsairs at some point and start spamming all of units. All the way, you're not going to win in the air, and you're not going to win in the ground. So...
yeah. That's a good point. It looks like a Corsair Zealot force is moving out. The mutas are actually going in the back. They could potentially just backstab this naturally here. There's only 1 cannon that's actually in range of the mineral line. And here we go. The Corsairs are all out of here. That's a lot of Corsairs, even though they don't have the +1. That's like 8 Corsairs on the field. He's going in. There's only 2 sunken colonies. Are the Zealots going to be able to make a difference? They don't have the +1, though. The Zealots do not have +1. The Corsairs going in, going to grab one of the Overlords. The drone pull is really slow, so he's going to get one of the sunken straight away. Is he going to get the second one? He is going to get the second sunken colony, and now he can start doing drone damage. A bit of a mistake by DragOn, not pulling the drones in time to help block.
Okay, so at least...
He can go for the hatchery. He should go for the hatchery. He should go for the hatchery. Go for the hatchery.
Oh, and the mutas are back.
Oh, I think he's gonna get the hatchery though. The mutas.
The Scourge! They're not attacking the... Oh, they're not attacking.
The mutas are also not doing enough damage to the zealots, and the hatchery does fall. Wow.
To be honest though, there is another hatchery there, and there is a fourth.
Yeah. So the turn is transferring over.
That thing that did more damage than I expected, but it's not... It's still not crippling damage. Okay, dsaqwe is trying to take his third. Now that makes a lot more sense. Now he's gonna... He has High Templars already. Does he have a Robo? No. Okay, so if he gets the Robo, and he gets the third, he's pretty much okay.
Well, he's starting to build some cannons here now. It's still going to be a little while before he actually gets the third Nexus there. So I'm pretty sure he won't even get it before this this natural is rebuilt by the Zerg. In the meantime, I heard a bunch of Scourge dying to these coursers. The Muta's trying to poke around. I think they did get the probe at least. So going to delay this third base for a little while still. And it's hard to say who's actually ahead. I mean, that attack was really good, but you know, the third base is still not even started building yet. And oh man, the Corsair is going on a suicide mission. Oh my god, he's gonna actually kill every single Overlord. He's gonna take a lot of damage on the Corsairs, but look at the massive supply block now for DragOn.
That's not good if you're not gonna follow it up with an attack.
Oh man, and now the Hydra's Hydra's at the front, but it's okay, there's enough speed zealots here.
Yeah,
and they do a
and
+1.
these are... Okay, these are speed the Hydras. For a second there, I thought they were still slow.
Oh man, more Overlord's gonna fall here at the price of one Corsair.
Well, that's not too bad. One Overlord is still less... I mean, it's still supply block Dragon, so if the dsaqwe can keep this up, that's gonna be fine. But the problem is, every time he loses the coursers, he limits the possibility of keeping this kind of attack. Okay, so he's going to go for an attack right after that, which makes a lot of sense. And taking the third and doing an attack right after you supply block your opponent, that's perfect.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's a really good move by dsaqwe. I mean, you can see... Oh god, he's gonna get free High Templar maybe?
Get it? No!
Oh!
Whoa.
If he gets 2 storms for this, I think it'll still be worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Just grabs the 1. Oh, and now we have the engagement at the front here.
There's too many zealots for this. This kind of SimCity is going to be very difficult because there's going to be storms.
Yeah, there are going to be. The storm's going to take care of the Hydras. He needs to wait for the High Templar. The High Templar are coming in the back here. 3 storms available. But oh my god, they might get caught! He's going to get caught! He's got 2 storms on this High Templar and he only kills 1. Oh my god, and he whiffs the other storm! Complete whiffs on the storms, and that's going to be the end of the attack. Oh god. He's at least still going to win in the open ground here because he's got so many speed zealots, but really, really big mistake there by dsaqwe, allowing those mutas. They got caught twice, once by the mutas and again by the Hydras. And that's one thing as a high-level Protoss you should really be paying attention to, because if you just A-move everything together, the speed zealots are so much faster than the High Templar, they're naturally going to be really far apart. You have to make sure your army's staying together.
Yeah, and at the same time, there's another big problem, is that this kind of attack that dsaqwe has tried to do, it could potentially win the game. So,
yeah.
Right now, that's just gone. Right now, the game is back into normal footing, I still think DragOn is maybe slightly behind, considering the situation, because not only he's down in supply what you would normally expect, he is also very close to being supply blocked, so he will need to replace his normal economy. But at the same time, where are the upgrades for DragOn? He's just got the +1 on the Hydras.
Yeah, that's true. He's definitely going for the mid-game here, going for the range attack upgrade. +2 already finished on the Protoss. By the way, just quick random note, this middle gateway is building a Dragoon, but this Dragoon can't come out. I kept getting a building exit is blocked message. It's the exact same as we saw, I think, in the semi-final game. Like, look, this Goon is not going to appear. I'm going to get building exit is blocked, and it's just going to be wasted money. Boom! Building exit is blocked.
But you know that I don't get that message, right?
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, okay, because you're, like, from the Zergs. You get, like, the Zerg player or something. I don't know. Man,
yeah,
virtual replays are weird. I don't understand that. But, yeah, like that... Oh, man. It makes me so sad when I see that. I don't think you get that money back either. You lose the money, and then you lose the unit. So
And then you lose the game.
those goons, man, they add up. Goons are expensive.
Yeah.
At least it's only goons.
The thing is, I'm looking at this, and the dsaqwe is actually doing, I think, the right thing. He's trying to put pressure with the army, maybe not try to kill, but at the same time, he's expanding. So
yeah.
He's definitely doing it right in this game.
And doing this style on Jade is much better than like on Aztec.
Yeah.
Because you can just split the map and you're fine. You're Protoss. So if you split map, that's actually good for you, especially for dsaqwe because he knows how to play the late game. So I think this is a much better choice. I mean, he tried to do last games. He made the adjustment of like going recalls and stuff because he knew he couldn't go too late in the game. But they didn't work out. I really actually hope he doesn't go for recalls here and he just plays a standard game and just takes the 6 bases. If he's on 6 base and it's like the super late game and he's maxed out with a lot of Archons and Reavers and stuff, then he can start going Arbiters and Dark Archons and all the fancy units. But I hope he just, doesn't go for them too early and just plays a bit more normal.
There's only one problem with this style, and that actually was what I think killed Bisu in this last tournament. And it's that if you start sending cracklings to all bases at once, it's very difficult for the Protoss to keep track of every fight that's happening.
And if you just aim move cracklings, they do pretty well, even if you don't keep track of them. Whereas the Protoss has to storm and stuff because without the AoE, it's just not that efficient. Oh man, big engagement here. Some nice storms going on, but big Zerg army coming in to reinforce and chasing the Protoss back to the choke point.
Again, this army composition from the dsaqwe, I don't understand it. This is not how you want to play when you're 160 supply. Just having Dragoons, if you want to go a timing attack and you try to kill your opponent fast, okay, I can get behind that. But at this point...
Man, he's going to Stargate Arbiter.
Oh man. Hey, look at his gas! How the hell are you gonna afford
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, man! Dude, dsaqwe, bro, come on. Come on, man, don't kill me like this. Make some Archons, please. Does he have any Archons? Okay, oh wait, what the? Okay, he's making 4. Alright, well, I guess if you're making 4 Archons, then it's acceptable. Also, look at the minimap, man. His army is so spread out. Yeah. But he is heading now down towards the 6 o'clock. This is a good idea. This base is still undefended.
Well, I mean, oh man. There's still no upgrades for the Zerglings.
Dude, he's getting his High Templar caught in the middle of the map again. I think he just lost... He's lost at least 2 High Templar now? Is that the second or the third? I'm actually not sure. Oh, he's gonna lose it!
I think the dsaqwe is gonna win this because the upgrades for DragOn are pretty much non-existent. Just for the Hydras.
It's only 2-0 ranged. Man, okay, I think that's still okay for now, but if he doesn't, if he stays on this for too long, it's not good. Because obviously when you go for the Hive switch, you go to Ultra Ling, and that upgrade does nothing for you. The range upgrade usually means he's planning to stay on Hydra Lord for a while. He does at least have the Carapace now. The Carapace just finished. So there is the beginning of that switch, but I agree with you. That's something he definitely has to be careful about.
Ultra Kevin at the on the corner, at the right corner, so...
Yeah, okay. Indeed.
Okay, so DragOn is, funny enough, now slightly... he has no map presence, right?
Yeah.
And the dsaqwe is just trying to break one position. He's not able to do so. Now, the only problem that really bothers me is that DragOn should be on 6 bases right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And he is taking so long to take his extra bases that by the time that he has his army, if he loses it once, it might be kind of like the Protoss, Protoss can't lose the core of their army, or pretty much they don't have enough time to rebuild it. But if DragOn doesn't have enough economy to do that, pretty much the same thing happens to you.
Yeah, I wonder if DragOn just got a little bit too comfortable. He's like, oh, I got my easy 4 bases, I'm set in economy, but that's actually not the case, because the Protoss can expand almost as fast as you, and then this is the problem. This army is actually really strong. This is what I'm talking about. These Archons, these are the real meat of the PvZ army, man. The Archons and, when you get to it, the Reavers as well are what's going to be doing maximum damage as the bulk of your force. Oh, we do have to file this out. Are we going to see a Plague? Or a Swarm? Swarm's not really going to do anything here. There's enough Zealots.
Yeah, and they're much better upgraded.
Alright, so it looks like that's not going to do too much. Going to continue to deny the 6. At least DragOn does have the 3 o'clock now. But it's pretty much even bases, right? Because the Protoss got the top right main.
I mean, even bases, I think, at this point, if he had the 3-3 on the Zerglings, I think it's kind of fine because of how good Cracklings are. But And usually when the Protoss has Corsair, Reaver, then Archon, and even Dark Archon. When you have that kind of composition as the Protoss, then yes, the Zerg needs a ton of bases. But when the dsaqwe is playing this kind of style, where most of his army is Zealot Dragoon, and I don't even see High Templar in that army. So you can actually get by with having a few less bases than you usually want against the Protoss. The only problem is that these upgrades are not yet there, so actually the Zealots are trading really well.
Actually, that's a good point. There's not a single High Templar in this army. Are you kidding me? I was just praising him for having Archons, and it turns out the only reason that he has Archons is because he has no High Templar. Why? dsaqwe, stop making Arbiters, make High Templar. Arbiters are cool, but come on, man, you need High Templar. I mean, he's got a probe in the army. That's good. The probe's got a kill. That's fine. But High Templars, please, please, for the love of Protoss, just make a High Templar. Oh, we got 2 Zealots at the bottom.
Wait, what the hell? Look at DragOn's money.
What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, he's going for the plagues, I think. Is he? Oh, he tried, but he doesn't have it. I think he doesn't have it. Does he have it?
I'm so why does DragOn have so much money? Is he like saving for Ultralisks?
Yes, he's saving for Ultra, but he wants to plague the entire army before he commits to something, I think.
What? Okay, no, he suddenly spent all his gas. I think he just made like 10 Ultras or something.
Oh,
but he's going in before the Ultras are finished. He's going in the back. There is a Dark Storm. The Cracklings are going to do work in the back. Cracklings killing a lot of stuff, and the Protoss army is looking much smaller now. He grabs 2 of the Archons already, and the army's actually a little bit stuck here at the 6 o'clock, but it's okay because Pro Guy, he's coming in, he's helping out.
Probes don't do damage under Swarm, or do they?
I think they're ranged, right? They have 2 range, maybe? I actually don't know. That's a good question. Oh man, this army though, it's stuck. The Ultralings, or sorry, the Lurkerling is coming in, and there's no storms to deal with the Cracklings, and that's actually a pretty big investment down the drain. And DragOn, I think, for the first time, is ahead in supply. 172 to 151. I'm waiting to see like a million Ultras pop out. I want to see where. Yeah, there we go. There's the big Ultra stack.
A million Ultras?
It's more like 6, but that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, they feel like a million.
6 Ultras is a close approximation to 1 million. In case you didn't know, that's like why I'm not a banker, because I make those statements.
Look, it's closer than 5, so that's good enough.
Exactly. I mean, it's over 5, which means you round up. Actually, no, you round up 5 as well, don't you? Oh, I hate math. Anyway, 12 o'clock now being taken.
It depends.
12 o'clock being taken, which means it's split map.
But at this point, after losing that army, DragOn, dsaqwe has no money, and he's still not maxed. And DragOn actually is maxed and has some mineral bank.
Recall! Recall in the main, but the Ultralisks are already there. There's actually one Ultralisk, I think, that was stuck there and was just attacking units. And now the other Ultra's stuck outside, though. He's stuck outside the wall. The Archons...
The spore! He gets the spore!
But there's Overlords all over the place, though, so...
At least the Arbiter lives.
I mean, he's killing all the drones here, which is nice, but there's a lot of idle drones in the bottom left that can actually be transferred over here. And
yeah, and with 2,000 minerals, he just can replace it instantly. So
yeah, I don't think he should even rebuild them. Yeah, you can see there's a bunch of drones from the bottom left. I think he just transferred over here. Yeah. He's gonna clean this up again. So again, Recall not really doing a significant amount of damage to the Zerg.
You know what? Because he's recalling without Reavers. If you recall with Reavers, suddenly that can upgrade everything.
Yeah, I agree.
He should not be recalling things like, I don't know, 10 Dragoons, 10 Zealots, 2 Archons, because that's not something like instant splash kill all. But if you add Reavers to that, suddenly all those hatcheries are gone.
Wow, he's finally got Reavers though. Look at the right side. He's gonna lose at 12 o'clock, but
that's why I'm saying that he could have actually tried that.
Oh, he's recalling the main again though. He recalled the same place. Is this actually gonna work? This might actually work this time. This is really good. See, what I was also gonna say is, when you recall, you should try and recall when the enemy's army is outside his base instead of at home ready to defend, right? If he's attacking you and you recall, you can do more damage. And look at this. He's gonna grab the Ultralisk Cavern at least. I think he's barely gonna get it if these Zealots are attacking it. Yes, he gets the Ultralisk Cavern, which is a pretty big pickup. Not gonna get too much else here, but at least he's gonna get that. But he has lost the 12 o'clock base. Oh, but DT's at the 6 o'clock. 20 kills. 20 kills.
Oh man. I did not see those.
Oh my god, not only is he getting building exit blocked, but he's got some Dragoons trapped at the top of the gateways. They can't leave.
That's alright.
Oh my god.
You have 3 arbiters. You can recall them out.
What the hell?
It's drop.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Oh, but he showed the ultra.
It doesn't matter, there's so many units here. Like, what is dsaqwe gonna do about it?
The Reapers and the Storm and the Zealots.
Dude, there's like 10 ultras here. Oh my god, he's elevatoring them down. Look at this. He elevated his entire army down. This is amazing.
Zerg elevator and even Swarm.
Oh my god, these Reavers are doing so much damage though. Oh, and the Storm as well. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you need. He needs to stand behind the cannons though. But look at this, the ultras don't even care. They're just gonna kill everything.
Yeah. Oh, the triple Storm.
Nice.
Okay, so the base is probably gonna go down because you can actually just. I think he's gonna get it.
Wow.
Just the cracklings that are attacking. Look how much damage they're doing. It's hilarious.
It's like 2 cracklings are gonna kill the Nexus. There's more. And the Reaver's gonna fall.
Okay, so that leaves pretty much what 2 base. What? Actually, 1 because there's 1 base that's about to run for the dsaqwe. So that leaves 1 base economy for the dsaqwe against 2. Yeah, 2 because that's it.
It's actually a really low economy game right now. But look at the Zerg's bank. Look at DragOn.
Yeah,
bank.
exactly.
4K, 2K.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This game is actually ridiculous. And there's actually a pretty decent Protoss army again at the natural. But only 2 High Templars again.
Yeah, and look, one Reaver without a shuttle, 1 Archon.
Dude, there's 4 Dragoons stuck at the top left now.
Yeah,
he should just kill.
It's their fault, man.
He should kill one of these Stargates or something.
You know what? He should actually kill the Arbiter Tribunal. That would actually help him a lot more if he couldn't build any more Arbiters.
Just to make him stop building the Arbiters. dsaqwe, man, and he needs to stop building Dragoons from that middle gateway. Every time he builds it, they don't make.
You know, at this point, he should completely stop building Dragoons. Like, at this point, you don't want any Dragoons. You want Zealots, you want Archons, you want Reavers.
Yeah,
that's it.
I agree. Dragoons in the late game are not particularly useful. I mean, they're okay against Ultralisks when they're no Dark Swarm, but I mean, when there's so many cracklings around, half the time your Dragoons aren't even shooting that. Recall at the 6 o'clock though, and this time it does have a Reaver in it and 2 Storms. This could be really effective. He's gonna lose the army, but how much damage can he do? If he can kill a lot of Zerg units here, it'll still be worth it. He doesn't get a second Storm off though. Oh my god, that was not worth it. He didn't even get the hatchery.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dsaqwe.
Oh man, especially if you have that many. I know the recall are now at the main, but there's a Sunken and a Spore in there. He should target at least the Defiler Mount.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's not much here to kill, but then again I realized it's actually a Greater Spire and a Defiler Mount. He's not focusing anything. Stop attacking the Extractor. That's useless. Stop. The one building that's not useful to attack here is the Extractor, and the most units are attacking it. He can literally attack any other building, and it would be good.
Finally, he's gonna get to the Defiler Mount. Although, to be fair, at this point, this thing doesn't have any gas, so getting to the Defiler Mount probably isn't that big of a deal. But he should at least try to get. Wait, why do you build a Great Spire when you have no gas?
I don't know, man. The Protoss should just kill one of these buildings. You gotta define them out. Kill the pool. Kill the pool. No. No.
He is doing surprisingly well, though.
And wait, is there an Ops here? Oh, there is. That's cool.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, another recall at the bottom right. But he recalled only Dragoons, and there's Ultralisks here.
That's so sad to see. Like, why would you do this?
dsaqwe. It's trying to be a baller. It's not really working. Oh no, it is working. They're out of sight range.
For like 3 seconds, and then it stops working.
He realized he has to go back now, out of sight range. Oh, he can shoot the drones from the low ground. That's amazing.
Oh, Guardian is actually killing the base from the dsaqwe.
Oh my god, he is. With the Guardians. Hello.
Wait. Oh, an Arbiter. Is it gonna stasis them? No, it's just gonna watch. Okay.
Hey! Hey! He did it after the Nexus died.
Yep. That makes sense. Well, it didn't even get them all, so eventually he would have probably died anyway, but... Oh man, the dsaqwe. I gotta say that if the dsaqwe was watching this, I'd really love him to just change Arbiters for Dark Archons.
Dude, this is
If
Devourer.
he did that, he'd be golden.
He would be. Oh, he's doing a Reaper drop with a 6, but he lost it to a Sunken. And he lost an Arbiter to a Devourer, which is pretty cool. There's like what? There's one at the 3 o'clock, just outside the 3 o'clock. Just hanging out. Shooting Arbiters. Oh,
man. Wait, no, this zero kills actually on the Devourer.
Yeah, it actually was killed. The Arbiter actually killed the Scourge, but it shot it once, alright? It shot it once.
Alright. That counts.
It's
the
legit.
effort is what counts.
See, it's hanging out with the Guardians now. You see, it's legit, man. It's legit.
Alright, so, well, not much more to say about this game, I'd say. But, what can we say?
Well, we can say that he's running Zealots into Guardians, which is not particularly useful. Alright, Dragoon's coming in now. And, well, looks like dsaqwe is going to go down 0-3 in the finals. I mean, he's not going to be dead yet. It is a best of 7, but that's going to be pretty tough considering what we've seen so far.
Match point, right?
Yeah, that is match point.
Ooh.
I don't think there are any miracles to be had here. You know what? Even if dsaqwe went Dark Archons instead of Arbiters, I think that would have worked out way better.
I mean, I think it would have been better overall, but that doesn't mean that it would win him the game. Dark Archons are really good when you have like 7 of them and you can constantly force fights and constantly spend the energy. But you have to be really good at timing when you should be fighting again. So that's not as easy as it seems.
Well, it looks like the Guardians suicide into Archons, but at the same time the Ultraling come in here for cleanup duty. And this is probably going to be GG in a second.
Because they're actually cloaked, they're actually...
That's amazing. Oh no, stay in the cloak! No, stay in the cloak! No! Stay in the cloak!
Oh, Arbiter, you had one job.
Oh my god, this lurker could kill like 80 million probes.
And like 20 squads suicide on the Arbiter. Oh.
Alright. Come on, dsaqwe.
dsaqwe, we know that you love this game, but it's now time to
throw in the towel.
Say it. Come on, man.
Dude, maybe dsaqwe doesn't realize this is a best of 7 and he thinks he's just gonna lose here. And then after the game, someone's gonna tell him, he's gonna be like, you know, you can still play, right? He's gonna be like, oh, I'm still alive, nice.
Oh, you know, if that happens, I would be really relaxed because you're completely down, and then somebody tells you no, you're like, oh, come on, man, I can still do it.
GG! Whew! Alright.
Okay.
That would be pretty funny, though, I think, if that happens. And that might inspire him to make the 4-0 sweep. 4-0 comeback.
You know, as much as I'd like to see that, I am trying to... I mean, I'm being optimistic when I say that's not gonna happen, okay? Because DragOn has come back from really crazy situations in these games, so oof, I don't see it.
Man, I mean, I knew dsaqwe was gonna like throw one long game, but it just keeps going Arbiters, man. Like, come on, it's not working. Stop. I mean, I know it worked against True Judge, but
C-ball.
Exactly, C-ball, man. C-ball.
We got fighting spirit and well.
All right. Yes.
What can we expect?
Yes. Okay. Good. We have fighting spirit now for game number 4. All right. Standard game, or at least dsaqwe knows what he's doing. And man, I want to see a long game where dsaqwe doesn't go Arbiters quickly.
No, just go Corsair Reaver, right? Because the natural transition from that is Carriers. So at least he... No, wait. Oh, shit. He would still build Arbiters.
Oh my god. Dude, we need like a no Stargate allowed build here from dsaqwe or something.
No, wait. There's actually one game where that didn't happen. That's game number 1, right?
That's true. And that didn't work either. So I don't know, man. Just proxy 2-gate again. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, here we go. Game number 4
Let's go.
on Fighting Spirit.